Hello everyone, hope so you all are doing good. Welcome to another video from Pearson Solution. This time it's of Excel 4P first aid project, and this will require textbook again like we did in the this project. This project will also require the textbook. So let's start this project by I have already downloaded the files. So what I need to do, I need to find the textbook. I need to launch the textbook so we can follow the instructions. Launch e-text. For completing this project we need these four files. This is the one, this is support file, this is also support file, and this is the instruction file. So I have opened the instruction file. Now we will open the main file. And if we talk about the textbook, you will find that project starting on the page number 332. Just go to directly to the page number 332 and you will find that this project is starting from here, Excel 4B first aid. Okay, come to the next page. So this is activity number 4.14 and we have to start from activity number 4.14. Let's get these files here, and this also here. Okay, let's start from here. What it is saying, it is saying that my lab, this is the file I have opened. This we have to enable it from here. I have enabled that. Click the data tab. First of all, it is saying that you have to click the data tab. What we need to do then, in the get and transform data group, click the get data point to from database and then from access, and this is the file that we need to import. Okay, this is the file that we need to import. Data, get and transform from database, from Microsoft Access database. It's loading. So this is the file, E04P medical supplies. You can confirm from here, E04P medical supplies, and then click import. Just click the import. Okay, this will then open this tab. What we need to do, we need to move down. This is the screen. Ours should look like this. This is exactly the same. Okay, in the navigator dialog box, click the select multiple item and then click suppliers and supply order summary. Supplier, select multiple item, suppliers and supply order summary. We have, look, and this screen is very similar to this one. These are exactly same. And then click load. It is saying that you have to click the just load. There we go. So these two tables will be loaded to our workbook, our main workbook. These are loading. You can see these are creating the relationship. There we go. You can see our screen is very similar to this one. This is exactly the same. What we need to do, it is saying that close the queries and connection pane and then save your workbook. We have to close this and then we have to save our workbook from here. There we go. I have saved my workbook. Activity number 4.15. What it is saying, that you have to create a pivot table using the multiple tables. Okay, on the insert tab, this is activity number 4.15 and this activity worth for 35 marks. Okay, this is huge. This is almost if I say 30% of the total assignment, only this activity, 35%, sorry. On the insert tab, click the lower part of the pivot table button, there we go. Click from data model, existing worksheet, sheet 1, this one is selected, so we need to, so I have to read that again. Pivot table form, click from data model. Okay, existing worksheet, sheet 1 and cell A1. Okay, this is exactly the same, this, and click OK to insert a pivot table placeholder and to open the pivot table panes. Okay, we have to click the, okay, there we go, our pivot table is inserted. So in the pivot table field panes, if necessary, it is saying that click the supplier table to expand it and drag the supplier field to the column area. We have to click that to expand that, and what it is saying, we have to supplier field from that table to the column area. Supplier field from that table to the column area. There we go. This is how to do this step. In the pivot table field panes, in the field section, click the supply order summary table to expand it, and then drag the item field to the rows and year order field to the rows below that. Close that. Supplier ID to the rows. Supplier ID. Oh, sorry, not supplier ID, it's item. Uncheck that box. Item to the rows, and what is next one, year order field to the rows below that. Okay, this is how to do this. You can see, drag the quantity field to the values area. This is the quantity field. Like you can do it in different way, like the first method is like drag and drop, and the second one is right click and then move to the field whatever it is required, rows, column, values, filter, slicer. So for this we have to add this to the values. There we go. Okay, I think you got my point. It is saying that your screen should look like this, and it is, sorry, it is almost same. Auto detect that. Okay, close that. This is exactly the same that screen is looking. Point to the F4 and right click. Where is F4? There we go. This is F4 and right click. Click number format. Click category number, decimal place is 0 and 1000 separator. Okay. Decimal place is 0, 1000 separator, and click OK. There we go. On the design tab in the pivot table style group, click more and under medium second row 6 style. Design tab, under medium second row 6 style. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, this one. just click that. Our style will be applied to that table. Double click the sheet 1 tab and rename it to the supply pivot table. Okay, double click and just write supply pivot table. So part number 7 is also completed. Now it is saying that you have to close the pivot table field panes and save your workbook. Close this, and best practice is to save your workbook after each step, after each activity. You can save from here, you can save from here, and you can press Ctrl S to save your workbook. So these are the 3 ways to save your workbook. Okay, now move on to the next point, and this is activity number 4.16. Okay, this is the activity number 4.16. So let's do that. Click anywhere in the pivot table analyze tab, and pivot chart by 3D pie. Okay, we have to insert the 3D pie chart from here. Pivot chart pie and 3D pie chart. Just click OK. There we go. Our chart is inserted. You can see this screen is exactly the same as ours. Okay. So move on to the second part of this activity. On the design tab, click the move chart to the new worksheet, and the name of the worksheet should be this. Okay. Click the design tab, move the chart to the new sheet, rename that sheet to this one. Okay, there we go. So this step is also completed. On the pivot table analyze tab, in the shows height group, click the field list to display the pivot chart field panes. Okay, this is pivot chart field panes. You can modify the data that displays in the pivot chart by dragging the field between the areas in the pivot chart. Like you can drag this field here, here, and here, wherever you want, whatever is required. In the axis category areas, click the item and click remove. Axis category, click the item and click the remove field. There we go. This is how to remove this field. Okay, use the same technique to remove the year order field. Okay, year order field, this is the year order field. Click the down arrow and then click the remove field. Okay, our chart is almost green. In the, sorry, it's not green, it's blue. In the legend area, point to the supplier and then drag the supplier field to the axis categories area. Supplier, and then drag the supplier field. You can drag from here to the axis category area. There we go. Compare your screen with this figure. You can see this screen is exactly the same as ours. There we go. So we are moving exactly right. It is saying that you have to close this pivot chart field panes and save your workbook. Okay, we will close from here. We will close from here, then save our workbook. So I have shown you 3 activities of this assignment, and only one activity number 4.17 is left. Okay, I will show you this also. Formatting a 3D pie chart. On the design tab, chart style, click chart style 3. This is chart style 3. In the upper right corner of the chart area, chart element, and then clear the legend. So we have to remove the legend from here. Just uncheck that box. There we go. So legends are removed. With chart element list displayed, point to the data label, arrow, more option, then clear the check boxes as necessary so only category names and percentage boxes are displayed. Okay, more options, category name and percentages are displayed. Okay, this is how to do this step. Close the format data label pane. This is how to close this. With all of the data labels selected, right click one of the selected data label, then click font size 11, then click OK. You can change the font size from here. There we go. So we have to make it 11. Just click OK. And font size will be changed from 10 to 11. You can see this is the font size 11. Replace the chart title with this one. We have to write this 3-year total first aid supply purchases. First aid supply purchases. Okay. So we have to write this as our chart title, and in the upper left corner of the chart area, right click the sum of quantity button and then click hide values button on the chart upper left corner of the chart area. Right click, and what it is saying? It is saying that you have to hide value field button on the chart. Be careful about that. We have to hide value field button on chart. Okay, let's do that. Right click, hide value field button on chart. There we go. So these buttons are now hidden. We have to compare our screen with this one. This is exactly the same as ours. There we go. You can see this. So step number 7 of this activity is, it is saying that you have to open the page setup dialog box and then click header and footer tab. You can like open the header and footer from here. Click the custom footer and left section, insert the file name. Custom footer in the left section with the file name. If you hit that button, file name will be automatically inserted here. Click OK 2 times. You have to click that and click that again. There we go. Display the supply pivot table sheet. So this is supply pivot table sheet. Notice that pivot table is arranged to match the data in the pivot pie chart. Insert a footer in the left section, include the file names, and then center the worksheet horizontally, and then change the orientation to landscape. We have to perform these 3 steps. First is insert a footer with the file name, and then center the worksheet horizontally, and then change the orientation. So this is the worksheet. Supply pivot table. Change the first of all, change the orientation from here to landscape. There we go. And then custom footer. Custom footer in the left section with the file name. There we go. This is the second step. And what we need to do, we have to center the worksheet horizontally on the page. Click OK. So this step is completed. You have to save this workbook. There we go. Display the file properties and type first aid supplies as the subject. How to open the properties? You can open from here. As a subject, we have to write this thing as a subject, as tags. Sorry, we have to write first aid supplies as tag. First aid supplies. And then as a subject, you have to type your course name and section. My lab is a course. Just save that workbook. Okay, so you have to save your workbook and close the Excel file. What we need to do then, upload your file. You have completed project 4B and now we will upload this file and we will see how many grades I have got. If you want me to do this assignment for you, I am here. You can hit me on WhatsApp or email. If you want me to do this full course or if you need any help in other courses like accounting, finance, mathematics, statistics and all writing stuff, I can help with. I would recommend you would add to me on WhatsApp so we can communicate easily. You can easily call me whenever you need the help. So we are going to upload this assignment. We have to wait for the grades. There we go. This is our file. Just upload this. I hope so. I will get 95 plus, maybe 100 out of 100. So these are the grades. If you want these grades, just hit me on WhatsApp or email. If you want to make a deal for full course, I am here. You can contact me and get the deal done. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share it with your friends. This was the complete solution and I will see you another video. Thank you so much.